Hello, it's your boy Gamer Ryan 3587 playing the game NBA 2K25 Indiana Pacers My NBA Games Part 1. If you're new, don't forget to turn on the notification bell to know when I'm live on YouTube. Also comment, like, thumbs up, subscribe. Also follow my social media Gamer Ryan 3587 on Facebook, YouTube, and X. Thank you. Peace.
This is it. Opening day. The regular season is set to begin, and we're thrilled to bring you all. Here we are, Greg, in game one of the NBA season. How does opening night feel different from the rest of the season, the rest of the schedule?
Well, Kevin, it's the excitement of the unknown. Everybody comes in with the highest of expectations, right? You got new teammates, some new wrinkles, still a lot to figure out and shake out over the course of a long season.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. The perimeter pairing with Nembhard and Mathurin. And it's Halliburton in at the 1 spot. Back to Mathurin, beyond the arc. Detroit with the rebound. Ivy passes to Thompson. Here's Ivy. The tray. The offensive rebound. And Thompson kicks to Ivy. Cunningham with it. Just 5 to shoot. Goes up again. And Duran finishes inside.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
For Detroit, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far. Ivy, no one around him, knocks down the 3-ball. Ivy's got his second bucket of the night.
And if Ivy can hit that shot with consistency, it really makes him a tough cover.
And Greg, for longtime Pistons fans, that Bad Boys era was so special.
I mean, Detroit's a tough, hard-working town. And those teams did have great talent led by Isaiah Thomas, but it was their physical, intimidating style of play that made them the Bad Boys.
The 3, And Indiana, another three.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
For the three, another three for Detroit. And it's the Pacers with the ball. 4-point game. Halliburton passes to Siakam. It's up a three. A shot by Nembhard, no good. For Detroit, they've gone 4-7 from the field, shooting over 50%.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Drops in the tray. Nembhard's got 9.
And Mathurin proving he can be unselfish, wanting to find his teammates.
Here's Ivy. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. I was able to talk with J.B. Bickerstaff for a minute. I asked him about the challenge of facing Miles Turner. He said this guy is a problem for our offense. Miles is an incredible shot blocker. You have to know where he is on the floor at all times. Now, we don't normally hear a coach talk about somebody's defense first, but Turner is that guy. Fellas?
Okay, David, much appreciated.
And it's easy to see why so many are so high on Cunningham, a talented guard who can do a little bit of everything.
Malik Beasley, he's checked in for Detroit. And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. It's time now to look at the NBA's top shooting teams from a season ago. Number 1, the Pacers.
They were remarkable in terms of their efficiency on the offensive side of the ball. I mean, they did a great job of finding the open man and working for great looks. Really just an unselfish group.
Pistons leading by 3. Now, Ivy, 8 points for him. To the inside. Good, and the assist goes to Cunningham. 10 points for him.
He's a big combo guard, and Ivy plays with no fear in there.
McConnell kicks to Bryant. Three-pointer. A shot by McConnell, no good. The Pistons have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. Wasted no time on that one. Ivy's got 13.
Down by
And this young guy, Ivy, is doing anything he wants right now, dominating in effortless fashion.
Here's Neesmith. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Oh, and the playmaking of Ivy on full display.
Outside Jackson. Launches it. Duran pulls it in. Duran's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And he uses the glass on the layup. Duran's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points in close range.
And Doris, when you look at Aaron Neesmith, he is someone that is accepted readily more responsibility over time.
There's no question, Kevin, and what I love is he didn't let not playing early in his career affect his outlook. In fact, it almost added an edge and spurred him to incredible improvement. He's an excellent defensive player. He's worked hard to become a three-point shooter. It's somebody defenses must now account for from range. I love the work put in.
Pistons leading by 7. Right wing. Here's McConnell. Duran pulls it in. Duran's got rebound number 7 for him tonight, and it's good. 2 points. 15 points in the game.
I'll tell you, this lead's not going anywhere with this guy making plays. What a quarter.
Back to Jackson. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Toppin on the 3 off target. Detroit has gone 3 of 7 from 3-point range in the first quarter. Beasley kicks to Cunningham. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Cunningham's got 5.
You know, it's going to be tough to win when you give the other team 2nd and 3rd opportunities to score the ball.
Here's Toppin. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
A from the arc. Toppin shoots with real authority. You can tell it's an area of the floor that he's comfortable.
And Harris wide open. He shoots. A second chance effort, and the layup is good.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Toppin can't get it to go.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And that one is good by Beasley.
And loving the hustle here early. I mean, they struck first on the offensive glass.
Neesmith can't get it to go.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Inside, here's Harris. Here's Ivy. Over Toppin. Out to Harris. Launches a three. Pass to Beasley. Cunningham against McConnell. Cunningham's shot is off.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
And after just and so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Pistons?
They're controlling the pace of this game, pushing the ball up court and getting good looks in early offense.
We've got a lot of game left, but boy, they are doing a tremendous job on the offensive glass.
Pacers trail by 13. On the Pacers' doors last season, trading for Pascal Siakam to complement this hungry team.
And Kevin, it's important in a couple of ways. First of all, he's a two-time All-Star who's got a championship pedigree. The other part of this is Indiana is an equal opportunity offense, so they want to share the basketball. But Pascal brings individual playmaking and shot making, and sometimes that's a must-have in this league.
On the court right now for the Pacers, they've got Tyrese Halliburton. Walker out there with Neesmith. Then there's Obi Toppin. And it's McConnell in at the point guard position. Pass to Thompson. And Thompson throws it down.
And when he lets the athleticism take over, Thompson can do almost anything.
Here's McConnell. It's 3 pointers off the mark.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Schroeder kicks to Thompson. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Schroeder.
When turnovers happen, you've got to move on to the next play.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Down low. Toppin finds McConnell. There's Walker with the 3. That's good, and it's McConnell. Walker's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Stolen away. Halliburton on the wing. Off target from outside. And Beasley has the ball here for the Pistons. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Outside Hardaway. To the paint. Looking for Stewart, he gets it there.
Well, Tim Hardaway Jr., a better playmaker than maybe people think. This guy very good at breaking the defense down.
Pacers trail by 13. Here's Neesmith. That 3 off. Detroit's got fewer than half of the 3-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. That one good for 2.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Here's McConnell. It's good. And timeout call by J.B. Bickerstaff. He wants to talk to his guys. This game against Indiana, the first game of the NBA's regular season. He's checked in for the Pistons. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Toppin. Benedict Mathurin comes in for Neesmith. Shepard's checked in for Halliburton. And Andrew Nembhard's subbed in for T.J. McConnell.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And the shot goes in. Frank, we know about the Euro step, but is the decel the next move that's getting more notice?
I think it is, Kevin. And you can see players have quickly incorporated that into their arsenal. It's been fun to watch, man. And I tell you, it creates some uncomfortable situations.
Well, the defense daring him to shoot, and he makes them pay for their disrespect.
Here's Beasley. The shot's good, and the assist by Schroeder. And the Pistons lead by 10.
Now, you love to see a guard like Malik Beasley take it down low and be willing to compete and make a shot.
Walker's shot is off. The Pistons have gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Walker with the rebound. Pacers trail by 10. Shot from the wing. They grab their own miss. Here's Shepard. Buries the long-range jumper. Shepard's got 8 points in the quarter.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
Here's Beasley. Takes the assist and lays it in. Take out the pass nicely.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Over in the corner, Mathurin. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Here's Schroeder. Still without a basket. Pass to Beasley. Fires the three. Walker with the rebound. For Indiana, they've gone 6 of 13 so far from the field here in the second quarter. Mathurin, good.
Confidence to Mathurin's game. That efficiency has to get better, but he is not shy.
Pistons leading by 6. And here's Schroeder. Pass to Reed. There's the three.
Right.
The Pacers pull it in. Walker's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Shepard. And that one comes up a bit short.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Now Reed. Now here's Beasley. Reed down low. Working on Walker. Hits the three-point line. Hardaway's got 5.
How about the timing from Hardaway Jr. looking very comfortable taking shots after catching the pass.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Ends up going with the new group. And some changes here for the Pacers. And while we've got this moment here now, let's take a look at last season's leaders in converting turnovers into points. The Pacers 4th.
And they turned all those mistakes into points at the other end. That aggressive style really yielding big dividends.
Pistons leading by 9. Thompson in the post. Covered by Siakam. Thompson with the bucket.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now.
By 11.
Consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Detroit's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. 1:21 left in the first half of basketball.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
There's Jackson with the 3. It's good from long range. Jackson's got his second basket of the night. The Pistons have gone 8 of 15 since we began the second quarter. Excellent shooting. Pass to Harris from the arc. Rebounded by Freeman. Pacers trail by 8. Siakam for 3. Rebound, Detroit. Duran's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Here's Ivy. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals and 13 tries.
Once again, Ivy showing us what he's capable of. What a night.
Tries from 16. And Cunningham with the basket on the assist from Duran. And now it's a 12-point Detroit lead. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. And the Pacers can't get it to go. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for Detroit. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And Indiana shooting a meager 37% for the game. Johnson from outside. And the three ball is good. Johnson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Cunningham. And yes, it's good. And the Pistons lead by 11.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys.
Got it the ball! He went down! He got it the ball!
He did it!
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Well, finishing quarter strong. Every coach preaches it. Nice work.
Thanks very much, guys. Coach, on defense, not the start you'd hoped for. What has to change going forward?
Well, we got to take care of turnovers and get the shots that we want, and we'll put ourselves in.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
Well, obviously they saw a weakness they wanted to exploit. Ran their guys to the offensive glass with great success, Jack.
And now here's something that's... Thanks for spending half...
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Nice game. Great performance by Jaden Ivey.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy. Ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
Thompson and Harris are their forwards. The backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivey. And it's Duren in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. Well, certainly with one of the more unique shots in the NBA, Halliburton gets it done.
You know, Kevin, credit to Halliburton and the organizations he's played for, because a lot of them would have changed or tried to rebuild their shot. Halliburton and his organizations knew the shot worked, and he stuck with it. And now he's one of the best shooters at his position.
Pacers trail by 7. Fires for 3. Nemhard's shot is good. Nemhard's got 12 points in the game.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive, scoring the ball.
Duren the pass to Ivey. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. And Duren slams it in.
And that's something Cunningham takes pride in. Sharp read with that pinpoint pass.
And they're bringing you up close and personal in the AT&T 5G Slam Game. Detroit leading by 6. Thompson passes to Duren. And Duren slams it in. And that's a double-double for him now. 10 points and 13 rebounds.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Let's take a look at the players who were the best on the glass a season ago. Number 5 is Jalen Duren.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that? He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
What about the decisive finish? Great timing, tremendous force.
That's good from Harris, and the assist by Cunningham. And it's a 12-point Piston lead.
And it does a world of good for them to have Harris getting busy inside. Gives them that inside-out edge they're looking for.
Ivey's got space. Can't get it to go. Shooting 47% on 7 of 15 attempts. Here's Neesmith. Indiana again missing.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
Jackson passes to Neesmith. Here's Toppin. And count it from 19 feet away. Toppin's got 5 points so far.
The shooting fundamentals are real plus for Obi Toppin. He has consistent mechanics and a high release point.
And a wide open look for Cunningham. Good on the three-point shot. And the Pistons lead by 13.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often. And of course, he makes good use of it.
Got that one up quick. Neesmith has got his second basket of the night.
Well, after netting one in the first half, that's the second deep ball to go down for this guy.
Here's Thompson. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham. Cunningham's got his 6th assist on the night. Pass to McConnell. Lets it go from deep. Detroit with the rebound. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Back to Harris. And slam dunk by Harris.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter. What I appreciated about Thompson is his recognition. He knows when to force the issue and when to pull back.
So for the Pistons, Malik Beasley comes in for Jaden Ivey. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Cade Cunningham. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Thomas Bryant. Pascal Siakam comes in for Toppin. Andrew Nembhard's checked in for Jackson. And Halliburton subbed in for T.J. McConnell. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, guys, in this positionless era of basketball, small ball has given way to giants with guard skills. Pacers coach Rick Carlisle said, "We're living in a different galaxy. The skill level of 7-footers is approaching new heights. You just can't say enough about how the game has evolved." Kevin?
D.A., you and I were just talking the other day. What these kids are doing with that size is just mind-boggling. Amazing to see. Here's Neesmith. The three-pointer, no good.
What a brutal night for this guy, and it is having a ripple effect throughout the team. This is tough.
Into Duran. Here's Schroeder. He's covered by Halliburton. And it's Schroeder missing.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Sinks the three-pointer.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Pistons leading by 13. And J.B. Bickerstaff has called a timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Stewart's checked in for Detroit. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Thompson. Then for the Pacers, Obi Toppin's checked in for Miles Turner. Benedict Mathurin comes in for Andrew Nembhard. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Halliburton. Stewart finds Schroeder. Beasley with a clean look. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got 3 assists now in this one. Takes a 3. Beasley with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Takes the 3. And it's Schroeder missing. Pacers trail by 16. With the drive. Basket good. Toppin's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
If you let Toppin penetrate, he is tremendous finishing. Boy, don't let him get off the dribble drive.
Nobody near Schroeder hangs on the trifecta. Schroeder's got 7 points for the quarter.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Pass to Toppin. Indiana moving the ball around. And here's McConnell. In the corner, it's Neesmith. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Neesmith has got 2 now from beyond the arc in the 3rd for the Pacers. Here's Schroeder. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And he makes that one.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Here's Toppin. Rebound by the Pistons. During. There's the lob to During. And no good.
And the timing just not there on that attempted alley-oop.
Just a missed connection, and it happens. I'm sure they will go back to it if given the opportunity.
And so is Detroit in command with a 16-point. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You'll love the unselfish play.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And a look at the five for the Pacers to start the fourth quarter. We've got Obi Toppin. Neesmith is out there with Walker. It's T.J. McConnell, and it's Halliburton into the two spot. Count that one from Toppin.
I'll tell you, tough first half puts it in the rear view. The shooting percentage starting to reflect that.
Detroit leading by 14. Hardaway passes to Schroeder. Back to Hardaway from outside the arc. The shot's good, and the assist by Schroeder.
Oh, that's money in the bank. Hardaway terrific off the catch.
And shot on the lane. It's hauled in by Stewart. Stewart's got his fourth rebound in this one. The drive by Schroeder, and it's blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pistons will retain possession.
Now returning on the floor, the York Pistons, number 34, Bobby Blackman.
And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. It's his fifth basket.
Well, Dennis Schroeder taking advantage of the pick and roll action. Very good decision maker.
Sinks the triple. 6 points for Jarris Walker.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big time mistake.
And it goes down 2
Come on,
points.
man.
And the Pistons lead by 18.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
When you're not in rhythm with the free ball, why do you keep firing from there?
Pass to Klingman. Jacks up a 3. Walker with the rebound. Walker's got his 6th rebound on the night. Halliburton for 3. Rebound by the Pistons. Hardaway with a wide open look. Hits it from 3-point range.
Wow, the big time range is evident from Hardaway Jr. Go ahead, send it in.
Here's McConnell. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. It's Beasley on the wing. Crafty move. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And now a chance to see what's coming up for Indiana. On Friday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the New York Knicks. Then on Sunday, they'll face off against Paul George and the Philadelphia 76ers.
And for their matchup with the Magic, that's one to watch for. Fourth contest of this brand new NBA season. I'm interested in how those teams match up in the early part of this year.
Simone Fontecchio, he's checked in for Detroit. Kate Cunningham comes in for Dennis Schroeder.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots.
Come on, dude, it's out of bounds.
In their arsenal. All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Shots good by Walker.
And Walker with the size and strength to straight up move you out of his way.
We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. Pacers trail by 21. Halliburton for 3. And no good that time. Detroit's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Hardaway from outside. That's it. The assist from Cunningham. Cunningham's got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. Beasley with the steal. To the middle. And then Cunningham with the dunk.
And the challenge defensively is to find Cunningham at all three levels. He can beat you at the rim. He can beat you from 30 feet out and everything in between.
Nembhard's shot is good.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
And timeout call by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. And now, let's present our New Balance player of the game, Jalen Duren.
And his focus, guys, has been laser sharp, and his touch from the field, flawless. And the teammates have worked hard to get him the ball in some good position. And boy, has he rewarded them with a spectacular shooting performance. Great call to keep running all those sets for him.
This is as good a game as we've seen him play. And this crowd can't get enough of it. When he explodes like this, it becomes a special atmosphere indeed.
If a man can be fire. I mean, a big-time finish.
Mathurin for three. It's hauled in by Harris. And it's Detroit's ball. They're on a 16-7 run. Thompson outside. And so often, we'll hear talk about how many rings a great player has. Doris, do we emphasize that maybe too much?
I think, Kevin, first and foremost, a great player is great no matter what. This is a team sport, and a player doesn't have control necessarily of the parts and pieces behind him or the organization within which he's trying to succeed. Titles matter, certainly, there's no question, and it's great fodder for fans, but it's not how I define a great player.
There's Jackson with the three. Cans it from downtown.
Mathurin is more concerned with the squad's success than his own. That's a nice-looking pass.
Pass to Ivy. Cunningham for three. Offensive rebound. Duren.
Oh my God.
Duren slams it in.
And doing some dirty work on the offensive glass.
And then follows it up, Greg, with heavy-duty jam on his mind with a terrific putback. A shot by Nembhard, no good. Detroit's gone 4-7 with the long ball here in the fourth quarter. Cunningham for three. Looks good, is good. That's his seventh basket in 12 tries.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Pistons.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, but an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this four-game season series.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Jalen Duren.
Boy, I think he made his presence felt in the paint more than anywhere else. This guy's rebounding numbers were outstanding. He controlled the glass.
Hardaway, no good. Pacers shooting about 40% here in the fourth quarter. Here's Nembhard. Misses the three. They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum.
Outside Hardaway. 6 to shoot. And it's Schroeder missing. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock.
Cunningham, first personal foul. First team foul.
And he can't get the first one.
At the line for the Pacers. Nembhard, Andrew.
And he's good on the second. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome. Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Second personal foul.
And the first one drops.
At the line for Detroit. In it.
Schroeder hits them both. Intercepted. Here's Holland. And there's the foul. It'll go on Tyrese Halliburton. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. That's good from Schroeder. Schroeder hits them both. Halliburton for three. And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
That concludes the first game of the NBA season. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Alden, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, Jalen Duren.
At 6'2", number 11.
Happy Friday night, everyone. For NBA fans, early season games are so entertaining to watch, Grant. What's your favorite part of the early goings?
You know, BA, take your pick. Rookie development, team chemistry building. Plus, you wait all off season to see how your team measures up. And now, you get to find out.
A look at Indiana's starting group. Nembhard and Mathurin, they're the wings. Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. And it's Halliburton in at the point. Now here's Hart, pass to Bridges, launches a three, and he buries his first look.
Yeah, canning it from the corner isn't as easy as Bridges made it look that time.
Down low. Here's Nembhard. Pure from three-point range.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth. Nothing like answering back. One team gets three, you fire three of your own. Boom.
Towns for three. Indiana with a rebound. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
The head coach for New York gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. We talked about this matchup here tonight, specifically what his team wants to do against Miles Turner. Coach told me we need to push him out of the paint whenever we can to make him a jump shooter and live with those results. If we can do that, I think we'll be in great shape. Guys, back to you.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Now here's Siakam, trying to make up for his poor performance in that loss to Detroit. Hart from long range gets the three to fall. Clark, how about the run the Indiana Pacers had in the inaugural NBA Cup?
Boy, that was pretty impressive, wasn't it, BA, making it all the way to the finals. It certainly was a statement to the rest of the league that the Pacers are on the come. Now you got to keep an eye on them because they've got a nice core that's just moving into the prime of their career. And the find by Brunson, more than capable of running the offense.
The Pacers again can't hit.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
Knocks down the triple. Bridges has got his second bucket on the night.
I just love the ball.
Siakam for three. Connects from downtown.
Yeah, how about Siakam right there, coming right back and sinking the three?
Brunson with it. Halliburton picks him up. The three doesn't go, and he's 0 for 1 from the floor.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
And it's Mathurin missing. Knicks leading by 3. Outside Anunoby. Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by Halliburton. The Pacers have gone 3 of 8 so far. Siakam, no good.
is looking pretty unsettled at the moment. Doesn't seem like he has a great feel for his shot.
And it's powered home by Towns.
Boy, look at the big fella elevating when Towns goes to the rim. He's doing it on and with purpose.
And we'll have a timeout here called by Rick Carlisle. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. New York making a switch here. Robinson's checked in. And with this pause, a check on the stats to show you which teams led the league in assists last year. Number 1, the Pacers.
It was a joy to watch these guys play. Constant ball movement and player movement. Defenses were worn out by the end of games.
A nice shot by Toppin.
Well, making threes is vital for Toppin, developing his stretch big skill.
Lets it go from the wing. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops.
You want to run your offense through him, a reliable scoring option.
Jackson on the wing. Here's the 3. Towns with a rebound. And here's Bridges. Will bring it up for New York. They lead by 4. And here's Brunson from the arc. Pacers with a rebound. And this game, the first chance they've had to see New York.
Last go-around, they lost the regular season series to this team, but beat them in the playoffs. I think this could go either way. I mean, they've had the upper hand most recently, but... Oh, my goodness, that was quick. What a nasty finish. And how about the hops Bridges has, showing off some there with the slam.
There's the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, capturing the moment. A nice shot by Toppin. New York leading by 4. To the wing, right side. Towns for 3. Here's Hart. The rebound by Neesmith.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now. The defense takes a chance, leaves him open at the arc, and he capitalizes.
Bridges with it. Picked up by Neesmith. Pass to Hart. Towns outside. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Towns has got his second basket of the night.
Towns is so dangerous in the paint. He's got the ability to just muscle through most any defense.
McConnell against Brunson. McConnell's shot is off. The Knicks have gotten 8 of 16 attempts to fall. Hart passes to Towns. It goes. He's made 3 shots in 6 attempts.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
There's Neesmith with the 3. Doesn't go, and he's 0 for 1 from the floor. Knicks leading by 5. Hart goes in. Down it goes. Jam that one home.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
For the Knicks, McBride comes in for Hart, and Payne is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. We've got 1:28 left in the opening quarter. Siakam left side, launches it, and he missed again. Now 1 of 5.
The green light they gave him early should probably turn red. He needs to get others involved.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Brian, Tyrese Halliburton, an all-star starter last season, is not done yet. He said, quote, I want to be a champion, a Hall of Famer, and one of the greats. I want the next generation to talk about my ability as a basketball player. That's definitely the goal, and I don't ever set limits. Brian?
Allie just scratching the surface. Thank you, good stuff there. Bridges feeling it out a little bit. Siakam pulls down the board.
Already +5 in terms of rebound margin. Pretty clear they're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
The Jewish checked in for Towns. So it's the Knicks now. 6-point game. Coming into this, having notched a win against Boston in their last game.
And it's just so hard to stop them when they're scoring at that level. They were efficient and didn't let up at all.
Well, it's really hard to stop them when they're in the groove offensively. And they were in the comfort zone all game long in that one.
5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. It's stolen by Halliburton. Pass to Siakam. Fires for 3. Drops in the 3.
Got it.
Siakam's got 6.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
And here's Bridges. Back to Payne. From outside the arc. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. Mikal Bridges has been on display for the Knicks. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from what we've seen from New York, what's your take so far?
Well, it's simple. When you can dominate the boards at both ends, you can control the second chance touches.
And, you know, their rebounding advantage has been glaring, simply outworking them on the boards for that entire first quarter.
And the Pacers looking at who they've got. We've got Toppin. T.J. McConnell is out there with Halliburton. Then there's Walker. And it's Neesmith in at the small forward position. Out of bounds. It'll be New York's ball.
First in scoring, and nobody shot the ball better. The roster featured a number of knockdown shooters. The offense was tailored perfectly to their skills. Just incredible efficiency.
And putting up the most points in the league. They were the offense that no one wanted to face. But that one goes. Count it.
More points coming from inside. In that respect, they've been the more aggressive team.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
He made the most of that opening, teaching the defense a lesson.
Well, Grant, one thing about this Knicks team, they have a clear identity.
Yeah, they have the mentality of their city, New York City, playing the game with passion and in-your-face attitude. And, of course, these Knicks leave it all out on the floor.
Bridges outside. Robinson finds Payne. Here's Bridges. Fires the 3. Oh, he drains it. His 6th making 9 tries so far.
Yeah, the quickness from Bridges there, looking like a guard.
Pass to Toppin. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Knicks. And a moment to check out who New York has coming up. On Monday, they'll be matching up against Donovan Mitchell and the Cleveland Cavaliers. And then on Wednesday, they kick off a road trip in Miami, where they'll take on the Heat.
The road is never the highlight of your schedule for any team. But for these guys, it is a chance to go out there, test themselves, and see how well they gel outside of home court. It could be a very valuable experience.
Achua passes to Anunoby. 6 on the shot clock. Achua with the dunk.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark.
Hey, guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now defensively for this team. There's no doubt about that.
Towns, he's checked in for New York. Pacers trail by 12. Nembhard with it. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against the Pistons in Detroit. And Indiana misses again. New York has gone 5 of 12 from three-point range tonight. Here's McBride. He buries it from 3. McBride's got 5 points now this quarter.
In today's NBA, you have to stretch the floor if you want to win. They have loads of confidence from three-point land right now.
The shot by Nembhard, no good. Here's New York. They're on a 12-3 run to the inside. That's good from Bridges on the assist from Anunoby. Bridges has got 18 points in the game.
They're really working the paint now.
And the shot goes down.
And Mathurin is an impressive scorer, skilled at finding ways to convert around the rim.
And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. Up again. The rebound by Turner. Pacers trail by 15. For 3, Mathurin. Towns with a rebound. Towns has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Inside. You know, Clark, over the past few seasons, we've seen a historic amount of 20-point-per-game scorers in the league.
And that's a function, BA, of the overall skill level being at its all-time high in league history in my mind, but also the pace of play, the way the game is played, three-point shooting, there's scoring, there's more scoring, so more guys are scoring. And I think on top of that, it's a little easier to score because of how the game is played and officiated. It's tilted a little more in favor of the offense for the entertainment value of point production. Man, love how Turner reads the defense, sensing and seeing separation as the pass is coming his way. Man, calmly pulling up for the shot. Nice.
And a big finish by Robinson.
They've been the more poised team tonight, and the score reflects that. Well, I like the way they're playing. A very smart first half, quality shots, not wasting possessions.
Yeah, the defense making it too easy for Mathurin. You gotta push him farther back.
And we'll have a timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Well, Clark, talking about Benedict Mathurin, he's another great young Canadian player.
Yeah, they've got a ton of them coming from north of the border, PA. I mean, Mathurin, you got R.J. Barrett, SGA, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I mean, at this point, you could probably fill a couple of rosters with high-level players that come from Canada.
Achua's checked in for New York. Jalen Brunson comes in for Mikal Bridges. And looking at second chance points last year, here were the teams that did the most damage on the offensive glass. Second, New York.
This is a hustle stat. This team pounded the offensive glass, and it shows in their numbers from last year.
Outside Achua. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Well, Clark, we're used to seeing a coaching carousel, but in recent years, even winning teams have changed coaches.
Well, you know, that is true, and at least the profession is getting a pay raise overall. But for teams looking to break through, BA, changing the coach still seems to be the default button that most teams like are more comfortable pushing.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Nice shot by Walker.
You know, they've got to make him earn those threes. You play off of him, and he's automatic from that distance.
Pass to Brunson. Outside Achua. A 3. The rebound by Tyrese Halliburton. Pacers trail by 13. And Anunoby pulls it down.
You know, I think the effort on defense there has everything to do with why he missed that shot. Well done.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's the shot he typically makes.
Halliburton for 3. Misses again. Now 0 for 3. He got it. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for the Knicks?
Their chemistry. That's what really stood out so far in this one to me. Look at the number of assists they've been able to rack up so far.
And I've also really liked how aggressive they've been in the open floor. I mean, when they see a chance to push it, they go for it.
And Anunoby gets it to go.
And now, almost all their points coming from the paint.
Outside for McConnell. There's the triple. And it's New York with a rebound. Anunoby for 3. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson. Brunson's got 4 assists in the game.
He's never going to pass up that shot. The defense giving him way too much room.
And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That's his first foul.
And yeah, he still was moving at the point of contact.
Those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Josh Hart's checked in for New York. Mikal Bridges comes in for McBride.
And they had early success from the perimeter, but I don't understand how they've gotten away from that here in the second.
And trailing in this game now is not the time to start playing conservative. I mean, if you got an open look from deep, let it go. I mean, you got to play freely and with confidence.
Hits a three-pointer.
And after a scoreless first quarter, he's finding his offense.
Knicks leading by 16. Bridges finds Anunoby. From behind the arc. And Bryant pulls it down. And for the Pacers, they're shooting about 43% on this one. And here's Shepherd for 3. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Towns has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pass to Brunson. Oh, and Bryant with the block. 3-pointer, Bridges. That one's good. He's now 8 for 13.
And he's carried them this quarter. A dominant offensive stretch.
2-second difference between shot and game clock. Nice shot by Walker.
No hesitation. Nice work by Walker, not overthinking it.
And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. Earlier in the game, they led by 19. And that one's good. Brunson's got 5 points.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Walker's shot is off. And so it's New York, feeling confident. 18-point lead to win that quarter. They've been fit. All right, good stuff, Allie. And we'll get back to the action at the start of the third quarter.
Please direct your attention to center court.
Come one, come all. The 2K halftime is here, and so's our breakdown of the upcoming schedule. Let's check it out.
Taking a look here at Indiana. They didn't come out the gates the way they hoped. Took the L, but they don't think that they are.
Well, it might be just a matter of shaking off that rush shot, and I think the second game will give us some insight.
Let us take some time to talk about the first half. A commanding performance for the New York Knicks.
I love how they've kept the ball moving, make the defense play musical chairs out there.
Musical chairs? I think you mean hot potato because they're burning that deep.
Oh.
And that's a wrap on halftime.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Boy, you look at Mikal Bridges. What a contribution.
Yeah, tonight, he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him, body him up, be physical with him.
They got Josh Hart. Mikal Bridges is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then it's OG Anunoby, and it's Towns in at center. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Turner for 3. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. And Mikal Bridges, still one of the better wing defenders in the league, Greg.
Yeah, he's so great at pestering a shooter. Good lateral movement and wingspan makes him hard to get around. He might not be the best in the league, but he is well above average. Adds to their lead. They've been able to rely on him all night.
Halliburton on the wing. There's the 3. Drains the triple.
At the arc, Halliburton, confident, no fear, no hesitation. If he sees a good shot, he's letting it fly.
New York leading by 19. Outside Hart. Pass to Towns. Outside Brunson. That 3's off the mark. For Indiana, they've gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. And it's Mathurin missing.
1 for 4 in the second half. Just trying to get into a rhythm.
Now Towns lets the 3 fly. The rebound by Turner. Here's Mathurin. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. Indiana shooting their first free throw of the night. And that one misses.
Well, you look at the toolkit Mathurin has, coupled with his production and his maturity. Well, he's got a chance to dominate in this league.
Gets the 3 ball to go.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
And it's Rick Carlisle calling timeout here. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. A new lineup here for Indiana. Looking at last year, here were the players that led the way in terms of overall scoring. Jalen Brunson, 4th.
This is a guy who never took a night off. You look at his numbers and you know that he put in a tremendous effort every single game.
Here's Toppin. And it's New York with a rebound. Towns has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Here's Hart. Bridges down low. Jackson on him. Towns for three. They get it back. He goes up again. And Bridges lays it in. Bridges has got 26.
He's such a gifted athlete. I like how Bridges uses his vertical to track down offensive rebounds. And they've won the battle on the board so far, and the scoreboard reflects that.
Well, the effort level they've had has been outstanding. Hard to keep a team down when they play with that much energy.
It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play opportunity. That'll put Karl Anthony Towns on the line. Aaron Nesmith picks one up.
And you can make a case and argue that Cat is perhaps one of the greatest, if not the greatest, shooting big man of all time. And he's still got a lot of runway in front of him for his career.
And it's Bridges with the jam.
This is what he gives you night in and night out. Stellar production at the offensive end.
A nice shot by Toppin.
Toppin has become a good jump shooter who understands floor spacing.
For New York, they've gotten 6 of 11 attempts to fall so far in the third.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. That free throw no good.
You know, Obi Toppin is known as a high flyer for good reason. He's somebody that really goes after any chance he gets to throw it down. He's dunking it whenever he gets close to that rim.
Bridges misses. Indiana's gone 2 for 5 from 3 since halftime. Out to the right wing. McConnell from outside. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. Towns has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Let's go with a three. Oh, that bucket gives him his 7th field goal in 12 tries.
He drops yet another dive, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, they've been clearly the better team.
Here's Anunoby. Here's Brunson outside. And again, New York with the triple.
You know, some threes look better than others, and Brunson's lefty stroke from 3 is a beautiful thing.
Freeman misses.
It's hard not to want payback when you give up a 3 at the other end, but it can force you to rush things.
2 points. That one goes.
Their interior D continues to look shaky. Not a good matchup for them right now.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they had.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
New York making a switch here. Robinson's checked in. And here's Brunson from the arc. Right side Hart. From downtown, the rebound by Nembhard.
You know, after connecting on one three-pointer in the first half, he hasn't netted another one since.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Brian, the NBA draft is now split over 2 days. Commissioner Adam Silver said second-round picks have become increasingly important, and this allows teams more time between those picks, as well as a chance to reassess after the first round. Also, given the level of interest, it merited primetime coverage and exposure.
All right, Allie, thank you. It's been a hit. And here's Siakam for 3. Hart pulls it in. Hart's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this week. They've asserted their will and they've taken control on the glass.
Nembhard outside. No good on the triple. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the New York Knicks. Good. Bridges has got 9 points now in the second half.
He's certainly been their go-to guy when it matters most. He's trying to close this one out.
Nice shot by Turner.
Well, and the way the game is played in this day and age, it really is beneficial to have a big man who can stroke it from deep. And Turner is definitely of that ilk.
Clark, we hear a lot of talk about Halliburton's Supreme Court vision. Just how good is it?
I think it's phenomenal, B.A. To be the facilitator that he is, you've got to have an understanding of what you're trying to run, but also a feel for how to get people shots and to adjust on the fly to what the defense is providing. And it's feel as much as it is skill. Feeling where defenders are, feeling where your teammates are or might be. And that is a gift. And he's honed that in a way that's made him one of the top dime droppers in the league.
Towns gets the bucket.
Finally starting to dial in from range. That's his second this half.
Fires from the wing. Towns with a rebound. New York has gone 4 of 9 from beyond the arc since the break. Count it. Hart's got 8 points here in the quarter.
You know, getting inside and doing damage there really elevates Hart's game, and I'd like to see him be that kind of all-around threat.
Nice shot by Turner.
A slow start for him, but making amends here in the second half.
They are blowing this one open.
Maybe the only question is how big will this lead grow?
Yeah, big finish by Robinson.
He's been playing great, unselfish basketball, really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
He is delivering a lot of room service times tonight, one sweet one after another.
Here's Brunson. Second shot opportunity, and that's 2 points on the layup. Brunson's got 18 points in the game.
This guy has been wreaking havoc out there the last couple games.
Well, he's done it again right there on the offensive glass. I mean, it's a great stretch that he's having here, and boy, I really admire his energy.
And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Just a selfless decision from your two-guard, showing his ability to get his teammates good looks.
Yeah, and as a two-guard, he's typically not a reluctant shooter, so it was really nice to see him orchestrating for a teammate instead.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And a look at the 5 for the Pacers to start the fourth quarter. Walker out there with Obi Toppin. Then there's T.J. McConnell. Then there's Tyrese Halliburton. And it's Neesmith in at the 3 slot. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by McConnell. Wright's checked in for Shaman. And the Knicks shooting the ball at 60%, an excellent average. Outside Payne. Achua with the dunk.
He's a living highlight reel.
Seriously, that could end up being one of the best dunks of the year.
Without question, a crowd pleaser to the 10th degree.
Just an awesome display of athleticism on our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's Payne. Right outside. Back to Robinson. Clock at 6. To the paint. Here's Achua. Achua with the dunk.
That is room service delivery from right there. What a sweet dime to create a high percentage shot.
And for Indiana, they're shooting only 40% from the floor in this game. Three-pointer, Halliburton. And Indiana misses again. The Knicks have gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now. Here's Wright. Outside Achua. Takes a 3. The Pacers pull it in. And after this one, they're at home against Philadelphia. And that's a one-game homestand for the club. McBride attacking. And the layup is good off the glass. All right, guys, a breakdown here of the hustle stats for New York.
Yeah, they've collected an impressive number of steals so far, using fast hands to force some turnovers and then scoring on the other end.
The shooting's been great, but also, how about the energy level? That's what's impressed me the most. They've been getting it up and down in transition, and that takes effort.
First team foul. Precious Achua at the line, 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Grant, with this new media deal, more broadcasters for the NBA.
You're right, B.A., and the league benefits economically. Hopefully, more innovation on the broadcast side, too, and a chance to even reach new fans as well.
Indiana making a switch here. Nembhard's checked in. Good on the shot.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
Halliburton against Payne. Outside McBride. Shoots. Wide open, but he couldn't capitalize.
Well, I cannot believe he didn't capitalize there. And neither can he.
There's Neesmith with a 3, and it's New York with a rebound. Robinson's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Payne on the bounce. Halliburton with some nice D.
Sometimes it's just not your night. Fortunately, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Neesmith's shot is off. New York has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Here's Kolek. Off target from outside.
You know, he's not a knockdown shooter from there, but when you're that uncovered, you almost are forced to take it.
The shot by Nembhard, no good. And the Knicks shooting 27% here in the fourth. McBride on target from range. McBride's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who can make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on them.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets three, you fire three of your own. Boom.
Well orchestrated. And then the pass is right on the money.
And here's New York now. They're on a 13-5 run. Here's McBride. And the Knicks, another three.
Right now, the defense needs to do a better job of closing out on this guy. He's heating up from outside.
Nembhard outside. From deep. Buries it from three.
Got it.
He drilled one from deep in the first half, doing it again here in the second.
For New York, they've gone just 6 of 14 in this final quarter. Here's Kolek. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And the Pacers shooting 27% here in the fourth. There's Neesmith with a three. And it's New York with a rebound. Robinson's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Outside Payne. Achua with the dunk.
You know, we can't measure Hart. He's not as big as the other power forwards, but his jumping ability and mindset is incredible.
Oh, got that one up quick.
No way Halliburton was going to sleep on that one. I mean, he's too good at reading the defense.
To the middle. And a big finish by Robinson. That gives him a double-double.
This guy is putting on a clinic for the people.
Man, I'm shocked. I can't believe he pulled that off in a real game.
Well, when you know it, you got to show it.
Hey, Graham, when you look at the mentality of today's players, what are the differences from back in your day?
Well, B.A., through the wonders of technology, players interacting more directly with their fans and telling their own stories. Also, there's a brotherhood. It's a bit more brotherly, with players on different teams more friendly than in days past. You know, I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Turner, no good.
He continues to let it fly, but the makes have been few and far between.
Payne, pass to Achua. McBride with it. This one for three. The rebound by Nembhard. Nembhard's got 4 rebounds in the game.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Knicks.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And this one concludes with their second victory of the year.
And a solid start to the season series for them. They'll meet 3 times, and from the look of this first game, it looks like a very favorable matchup for them against the Pacers.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Mikal Bridges.
Well, the defense just couldn't figure him out, and he continued to put it to him.
Siakam, he's checked in for Indiana.
It seems like every miss ends up in his hands. He's been unreal.
Tell you what, those are crazy numbers, guys. I mean, believe me, I was a good rebounder in my day. It is not easy to corral that many boards in one night.
And the basket by Shannon.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
Boy, you love how guys are making plays for one another here.
Yeah, just a balanced attack, a total team effort.
Lets it go from 11. And he buries that one. Back rim and in.
stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Sinks the tray.
3 points.
They've got a commanding lead.
It just seems like everything is going their way.
Payne against Halliburton.
And let's face it, they won't get back in the game with fouls like that.
Looked to me like just a frustration foul. It really kind of sums up the game they're having in general.
And he makes the first.
At the line, 2 shots.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Halliburton surveys the floor. No good. And so New York takes this one by a big margin, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what, give it up for their fans. They love to watch this team dominate. You best believe they're all going home happy tonight.
All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
All right, I'm with Karl Anthony Towns. Karl, congratulations on the victory. What was key in getting the win here tonight?
I mean, we played like we wanted it more. You know, we came out here and we just did a lot of great defensive stops. It wasn't offensive. It was more defensive. We did a great job. We got those 50-50 balls, put us in a nice position.
We can see and feel that desperation. Congrats on the win.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson saying thank you for watching the NBA, brought to you by 2K Sports. And time now to introduce our player of the game, Mikal Bridges.
If you're new to the live stream broadcast or shorts, don't forget to comment, like, thumbs up, subscribe. Also follow my social media, Gamer Ryan 387 on Facebook, YouTube, and X.